My name is Pennie Rumsey. Welcome to my training called Patterns of Pain. Today I'm going to teach you 3 ways that I have noticed pain in my own life, and in order to be able to find a way to get out of your pain, what you need to do is to be able to recognize, number 1, where you are, and then that will, number 2, help you be able to see how to get out. Today I'm going to be able to share with you 3 ways that I've recognized pain and also solutions to be able to get out. So the first way, the pattern of pain, the first pattern of pain is called the pit. And this is what it looks like. This is you inside of a pit, and it doesn't feel fun. How it feels is that there's no answers. You're seeking for direction, there's no guidance, it's really dark. This can be caused by a lot of different things. In my life, it was caused by some self-defeating behaviors of not believing in myself. It was caused by negative emotions stuck inside of me, and also by some addictions. So that's what can get you here in this pit. And what you need to be able to do to get out of this pit, and obviously if you're in that, you recognize what that looks like. To be able to do to get out of this pit, what you need to do is to ask. What do you need to do? You need to ask. All right, so what you're going to do? To get out is to ask. Okay? Hopefully you can see that okay. Okay, so the second pattern of pain that I have noticed in my own life is called overwhelmed. This is what it looks like. You like my drawings? Okay, so this is being overwhelmed. Obviously, this is what it feels like when you're just like, oh, I'm up to my eyeballs in this. I don't know what to do. What happens here is that you feel a lot of confusion. There's a lot of different information coming in, or a lot of different stimulus. A lot of different things are coming in, and you don't know what to do with them. And there's a lot of distraction. That's another way that the symptom of how this feels. One of the things that causes this kind of feeling in your life is if you are focused on negative things, and if you're complaining, or if you're blaming, or if you're justifying. Those are all things that are going to help you stay stuck here, and you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is to take responsibility. Let me say that again. Take responsibility. And that will help you to be able to get out of this place. So what you need to do is to be able to find steps. So this is a visual of steps that will help you get out, but literally sometimes it requires you to be able to find steps. Most often those directions and steps come from another source, like a mentor. For example, I happen to be a mentor. I know there are lots of other amazing mentors out there, and those steps can help you find how to get out of this place. I remember feeling in my own place of confusion and feeling overwhelmed. In my mind, I remember saying, I just wish someone would tell me what to do. I just need to know what to do. There was so much going on, I needed someone to tell me what to do specifically. I was willing to do it, but I didn't know what to do. So that's going to be able to help you find the how and the why. Okay, so your why is going to be your vision. In order to stop focusing on the negative stuff that you don't want to think about, for instance, I have a very pet peeve about flies in my house. Not only the proverbial flies of this mess is here and this mess is here, or this person is doing this thing and this person is doing this thing. In order to stop focusing, and there's also, of course, flies in my house because we have the door open and there's no screen door, and anyway, it drives me nuts. I hate it. So in order to stop focusing on all of that icky stuff, what you have to do is you have to find your why. You have to be able to find your vision of what it is that you want to work toward. So for me, that means living my mission and finding out what my vision is. If you know Kirk Kirk Duncan is an awesome trainer, and he has been able to help me to be able to find my vision in the sense of a vision board. And if you go to his website, 3 Key Elements, or if you've been to a body language show, you can check out his CDs. He has a vision board CD. He can teach you how to make those vision boards. If you want to come to one of my trainings, I can teach you how to make those, or you can connect with me with my mentoring programs as well. So there's answers. That's the point. There are answers out there. Other people have been down the path that you are going down, and they have help for you. Number one, in the pit, what you need to do is you need to be able to ask. Sometimes in that place you need a hero. For me, I found that hero was Jesus Christ. There was no one else that had the answers that I needed. I searched, believe me, I tried. But that was my pit, and I had to find those answers, and then, so that was my pit, and he was my hero. In this place of being overwhelmed, you need to be able to have someone else that's been where you want to go that can give you clear instructions on what to do. Okay, so the third pattern of pain I turn my page here, hold on a second. The third pattern of pain is what I call the path of greatness. And it's not going to look like the path of greatness, but it is. Trust me, this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is a mountain. And this is you climbing this mountain, okay? So it feels really hard. And how this feels, at least for me, is there's if I could learn how to spell, heavy emotional weight. There's lots of heavy emotional weight. It can be caused by distraction. It can be caused by doubt. A lot of the things that it can be caused by, I'm looking at my notes here, is the negative voices that go through your head. Have you ever had any ideas of, oh, you know, if I could have this vision of what I'm thinking, if I could get to that, it would be like really great, and you have all these imaginings, okay? So imagine that that's like the first part of your vision, that's like planting a seed. You have this idea, and it's like, oh, it would be so great, and you have this imagination that you can go toward this spot. But then what happens is, in the middle of needing to do something right now to be able to get to that vision, you're thinking, these thoughts go through your head of, oh, you're not good enough for that, or oh my goodness, now I can't even think of them. There's negative, dark voices. All of these distracting doubts, things that come into your mind. And it might sound like me saying this out loud. It's like obvious, okay? But let me just tell you a story. When I was about 10 years old, I had a challenge. And that challenge was my negative self-belief. I chose to believe, and you're going to be like, duh, why did you do this? But what I did was I chose to believe the negative things that people said about me. But I did not believe the positive things that people said about me. For example, I remember one of my stepfather's friends, him saying, your hair is a really beautiful color. It has like lots of 3 different colors in there. I've never seen a hair that color. That's really beautiful. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, but you're just like some rich guy that doesn't care about me, so why should I listen to you? So that voice of cynicism, okay? So I chose not to believe something positive, something somebody had said to me. And then the other voices that came of my friends, well, I don't know, bullies, I don't know if you want to call them friends or whatever, but what happened was people would tease me. So the bullies would say, you're ugly, or you have holy clothes, or you have big thighs. That was always one of the big heavy emotional weights that I believed. I would believe these negative things. Okay, so you're saying like, why in the world would you do that? It doesn't make any logical sense. But we do it every single day. There are thoughts that come into our mind that we choose not to believe those positive things, and we choose to believe those negative things. So what you have to do to be able to climb your mountains is to be able to start writing down and recognizing. The key phrase here is that if you can recognize where you are, then you can recognize what you need to do to get out. Okay, so in order to get out of this place of climbing your mountain, you need to be able to recognize those voices. That you need to be able to, just like in the Bible, on day 1, separating the light from the darkness. You have to start there. And if you can't get your head straight in the game, then you're going to be stuck at the bottom of that mountain for a really long time. You're going to know that there's really awesome, great things that you can do with your life, but you're going to be stuck there. And I've been there before. Trust me, I know. It is not fun. But in order to climb up that mountain, it's one deliberate choice at a time. I've been involved in a program called Teaching Self-Government. And one of the things Nicolene Peck has been teaching me is teaching me how to be deliberate. Not only in my communication with my children, but also in my deliberate actions with myself. It has been helping me so much to be able to figure out how to climb this mountain. It is literally deliberate actions. You have a plan of what you need to do. For instance, recording this today. I knew I needed to record this. Do I want to? Not really. Is it hard? Yes. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Because I am being deliberate. I'm learning through the process. I am allowing myself to fail and move forward. If you keep watching and keeping track of what I am doing, you're going to be able to see me growing. If anything that you can see from my life, I hope that you can find an example of somebody who is pushing themselves forward. Someone who is deliberately moving forward, because that's what we need in the world today. We need people who are willing to push themselves, because the more that I push myself, the more that my kids are willing to push themselves. And I hope that that's also an example for other people who are looking for answers and are looking for a way to be able to move forward in their life. So my name is Pennie Rumsey. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.